We are out today at the blueberry bushes. I am going to unassemble this thing that we have used to put netting over to keep the deer out. The blueberry bushes are getting too big for it. I have another plan for that, so I'm going to disassemble that today. I also have a giant, I think it's called a thistle bush. It's got giant thorns on it, and it's absolutely, it just looks vicious. I need to get that out. I cut it off once and it came back. So we're gonna get that out of here. I'm gonna talk about my mistakes I made this year with the blueberry bushes, as well as what I'm gonna do next year to make it better. Hi, my name's Kari. This is Homestead by the Highway, and thanks for joining me while we clean up the blueberry bushes today. So I'm happy to say that this is not the thistle bush that I thought it was. This is actually a burnweed. An American burnweed is what the identifier says that it is. So I'll get some more information about that and see. But I did cut it down once right to the roots, and because I couldn't pull it at the time, and it came right back and grew more stalks. So we're gonna get it all the way out today. As I'm trimming this, there's several like branches or stalks that are coming up, and all of them have tons of flowers on the top, and I wanted to get this out before those flowers opened, and this spreads like crazy. This is the tops of it, so all these little flowery things, I do not want them to go to seed and spread out. This thing, I don't know if you can see on this one right here, this has thousands of ants all over it. So yeah, this is gonna go bye-bye. So on this, there are a few spots that my husband glued to help keep it together, because that's what I usually do, is I just flip it up and over the blueberry bushes. But you can see the bushes have gotten taller now, and I don't want to be breaking them. I'm pulling the bushes back through, but I think I have a hoop system designed that I'm going to be able to pull over, and that is going to allow me to just lift the netting on each side without having to remove something completely when I want to pick the blueberries. All right, now that I have that off, I'll take that apart in a little bit. You don't need to come along and watch me disassemble that. Although it could be a great blooper reel. But this thing here is my goal to get this out. So all of this grassy weed stuff down below, I normally keep cardboard around my blueberry bushes in here, so I do not have to do all this weeding. I thought it would be a great idea this year to remove the cardboard and just do a little bit of weeding. Well, I ended up, if you've watched the channel at all this summer, I had a little back injury, so weeding was not even an option. So this is what happens when you don't have cardboard down. So we're gonna get this cleaned up, and then I'm gonna get cardboard back down, because that is the way I wanna go. So I'm going to bring you down here a little bit closer with me, but this is a blueberry bush right here. This is my weakest one, my smallest one. And as I'm trying to pull these up, it is lifting the whole bush. So I think what I'm going to have to do is just cut these down and unfortunately leave some of the roots in there, because it's moving the whole bush here. Bummer. This type of weed or grass grows in like a clump. So if you can get, it's just like one little clump hidden underneath all of this. And I'll try to get one that I can pull and show you. So like this here is one little clump. If I could pull this clump, I would. I don't want to damage the roots of the blueberry plants. So I don't want to just give these an upheaval because I know there's some in there. If the blueberry plants are going to be forgiving, it's going to be right now. So leave it, and I'm just going to cover it and try to kill it off that way. This, though, I did bring out a shovel. We are digging that out. I wanted to get some of this out of the way. Normally I get really excited about the sight of seeds, but these ones do not make me happy. The sight of all these seeds from these things are just going to be a hot mess. I don't have anything planted in this end, so I don't have to worry about accidentally cutting something that I shouldn't. I'm actually going to put a good layer of cardboard down here and then cover it with soil. Next year, I want to utilize this area to plant something. Most likely, I'm going to put in more pumpkin varieties. I had so much fun growing the pumpkin plants. Okay, so I pulled up this is how this grows in just a little clump, and then the roots are all just crazy together. Leave a little bit of the soil behind. Here's another good shot of, they just go down and down and down, and they're intertwined in my blueberry bushes. This grass or weed is just a pain. Kind of pretty when it's standing up, the darker color and the burgundy and stuff like that, but you can see on this end I had still some of the cardboard that I didn't pull up from down at this end because I knew there was not going to be anything planted here, so I didn't want it to get weedy. That didn't work out very well. I'm going to have the dullest grass shears after doing this. Through this section, I am just slowly cutting some of this shorter so I can actually see where the clump or the start of the root system actually starts. I couldn't even see down below that because this had gotten so tall. You actually pull these when they're smaller. They pull really fast and really easy. It just wasn't something that happened this summer. I came around to this side and started on the side where the pumpkin vine is growing along the edge, just giving everything a trim and trying to find the base of all of the weeds that are under the blueberry bushes. So this is that plant. Here is where I initially cut it off. And it's that wide. And I want to get this out of here. So this I'm going to have to dig. But I have a blueberry bush right here and one right behind it. So fortunately the soil out here is really loose. Oh, it is right up against that other blueberry bush. Bummer. All right, let's see what we're going to do here. I don't know if you can see, this is weeds. This is the bottom of this is the roots here, and then this is my blueberry bush right here. So I'm going to have to bring up most of the bush and try to separate them by hand. Oh, it snapped off. So that's the base of that. Bummer. All right. I'm not sure what happened to the clip, but I did get the base of that weed pulled away safely from the blueberry bush without having to pull it up. Here I am just playing cleanup. This is the least favorite part of weeding for me, is this part. By this time I'm completely exhausted and totally done, but I wanted to make sure that I got all of the little pieces of this stuff taken out to the woods. So I just grabbed the wagon and grabbed a rake and put it in there. Usually I'll keep a bin or a bucket beside me and I'll just fill the bin or bucket because I don't usually let it get this bad. So here I'm just heading out to our tree line, which you can see the highway behind us is just moving right along. And I just pitch whatever weeds or whatever we have into that tree line there that separates us from the highway. Well, friends, this looks so much better. It is not perfect by any means, but I did get a lot of this out of here. You can see there is still a big clump right in there, and I am just going to leave that and try the cardboard thing there. I did end up pulling out all the ones down here, and we will get that all cleaned up. I'm going to gather up my tools, and it is about to rain, so I'm going to let it rain, and then tomorrow I'm going to come out and put the cardboard around this and get it cleaned up. Thank you so much for joining me as I quickly cleaned up around these blueberry bushes. And I will always, here is my tip, I will always keep some cardboard around this because of that grass weed there that is just a pain to get up. And I'm also going to fill this in better, and I'm going to put probably pumpkins or something down here, or I'll do rows of onions or something. I'm going to plant something down here next year and not leave this space empty and go from there. So thank you, friends, and we will see you soon. I'll pop a couple of my other videos up so that you can see them between now and my next upload, and I'll give you a really quick peek just because they're right here. The pumpkins are getting bigger and doing great. There's that one hidden under there, and I'll take you down to the one that needs to be the little pie pumpkin. There's another one back in there. As you can see, this all has that powdery mold on it. That is okay because I've only got a couple weeks left, and then these pumpkins will be hopefully ready to harvest, and it'll be the end of the season. It's starting to sprinkle, so I need to get my camera inside. Thank you, friends. Appreciate you. Appreciate your time. Have an amazing day.